What if I told you the secret to emotional strength isn't about controlling the chaos around you, but mastering the quiet inside you? Well, today's topic is emotional withdrawal and internalizing emotional regulation. Two concepts that sound clinical, but are deeply human. Have you ever had a moment where you shut down instead of speaking up? Where silence feels safer than honesty? Yeah, me too. Let's talk about it. Welcome to the Catalyst Podcast, and I'm your host, Jason. Catch us on all your favorite platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. You can also listen to our episodes on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and our home at Podbean. Folks, let Catalyst be the spark that fuels your journey to a more fulfilling life. Because together, we can explore new ideas and unlock your potential. And of course, we want to hear from you. And we have been hearing from you, and we appreciate it. So keep sending your information in. If you'd like to be a guest or a contributor, reach out to us at catalystmotivationpodcast@gmail.com. That's catalystmotivationpodcast@gmail.com. Join the community today and be part of something truly transformative. Welcome, welcome, welcome to episode 124, Emotional Withdrawal and Internalizing Emotional Regulation. Okay, so emotional withdrawal isn't ghosting your feelings. It's creating space to recalibrate. Think of it like putting your phone on airplane mode. You're not shutting down, you're reducing interference so you can reconnect with yourself. Here's a quote from Anne Lamott: "Almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you." What this quote is all about, it reminds us that withdrawal isn't weakness, it's maintenance. So maintain yourself, right? Research shows that emotional regulation is a transdiagnosis process. It influences mental health across conditions like anxiety, ADHD, and depression. In fact, a study of 1,705 adolescents found that emotional dysregulation strongly predicts internalizing symptoms like anxiety and depression, regardless of diagnosis. Think about Maya, the life of the party. Disappeared after her father passed away, though. People whispered, she's shutting down. But in reality, Maya was just learning to breathe again, alone. And that silence saved her. And then you have me. After a major career setback, I found myself binge watching ESPN and cooking shows or travel shows. And it's not because I cared about, what was going on with sports or wanting to buy a luxury vacation villa or make a souffle. It's because I needed something predictable when my emotions felt like a hurricane. So just recalibrating myself. We all have these moments, folks, where the world feels loud and the only safe space is inside ourselves. A meta-analysis of 181 studies found that maladaptive strategies like rumination and avoidance have the largest effect sizes for internalizing symptoms such as depression and anxiety. And here's some more science. 70% of adults report using withdrawal as a coping mechanism during high-stress periods. And that's from APA data. Internalizing strategies like cognitive reappraisal reduce depressive symptoms while suppression and rumination increase them. I mean, when you think about it, if emotional regulation was a Netflix series, the tagline would be "Coming soon, season 2, less drama, more inner peace." All right. Here's a quote from Viktor Frankl. I love Viktor Frankl. "Between stimulus and response, there is space. In that space is our power to choose our response." The breakdown, that space, emotional withdrawal creates it. It's not avoidance. It's empowerment. Studies show that Higher amygdala activation and reliance on suppression predicts greater internalization of problems during stress. Like, how about like the COVID-19 pandemic, like the pandemic, right? I had something in my company where we got hacked, and this is a big company, and the cascading effects and how we had to just start over with lost materials or things like that. It was incredible. But look at what happened with COVID-19. Our whole world changed. It stopped on a dime. Unprecedented. So yeah, something like that. A lot of issues. Now here's where it gets fascinating. Think about this. And you know it's true. Girl, you know it's true. Culture shapes how we regulate our emotions. Yes, culture shapes how we regulate our emotions. So I'll give you some examples. So in an individualist culture like the US, right, emotional expression is often seen as healthy and authentic. So withdrawal can be misinterpreted as weakness or avoidance. While as in collectivist cultures like Japan or India, emotional restraint is valued because harmony matters more than personal expression. Here, withdrawal can be adaptive, a sign of maturity and respect, right? So let's think about some of these different cultures like in Japan. Here's a great quote. The nail that sticks out gets hammered down. What's that mean? Standing out emotionally can disrupt harmony, and restraint is often encouraged. A great African proverb here is, silence is also speech. Let me repeat that one. Silence is also speech. Because withdrawal and your silence in your withdrawal can communicate strength and wisdom without words. Here's a great saying from India. Speech is silver. Silence is golden. Suggests that sometimes quiet is the highest form of emotional intelligence. I would have to agree with that 100%. What about you? What are your thoughts? Why don't you send me an email at catalystmotivationpodcast@gmail.com, or send us a message here. Like and subscribe and share us for more content. We're growing slowly but surely, and we appreciate each and every one of you, not just from the U.S., but from all over the world. Keep listening. We really, really appreciate it, and thank you so much. All right, let's get back to it. So, a study across 19 countries found that rumination and suppression were linked to worse mental health in individualist cultures, but less harmful or even adaptive in collectivist cultures. So collectivist cultures embrace it more than an individual culture because, like I said, in collectivist societies, suppressing emotions often prevents conflict and maintains social bonds. So in reality, there's no one-size-fits-all approach. Your cultural lens influences whether withdrawal feels like self-care or self-sabotage. But here's the catch. You knew it was coming. Withdrawal can turn toxic if it becomes isolation. The goal is not to build walls. It's to build windows. So build some windows. Ask yourself this. Am I withdrawing to heal, or am I withdrawing to hide? Am I withdrawing to heal, or am I withdrawing to hide? Healing creates clarity. Hiding creates distance. So, you're probably saying to yourself, do you have something, maybe a actionable exercise that you might be able to give me so I can utilize it and help work on this on my own? I most certainly do have it for you. But first, please make sure to share, like, and subscribe. If you have anything you'd like to give us, share us, please send us an email at catalystmotivationpodcast@gmail.com. That's catalystmotivationpodcast@gmail.com. We'd really appreciate it. We're also looking for sponsorship as well. So if you're interested in sponsorship, shoot us that email. We'd love to talk with you. All right. With that being said, let's get to our actionable exercise. It's called the reflection exercise, and it's very simple. 4 steps. Number 1, when you feel overwhelmed, pause. Step away for 5 minutes. All right. Then what you're going to do is you're going to ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? You're going to name what you're feeling right now. All right. The third thing you're going to do, write down 1 sentence. All right. And that sentence is, I'm choosing space to respond, not react. So we're going to frame it. All right. So we're going to pause. When we feel overwhelmed, we're going to step away and pause. We're going to name it. We're going to ask ourselves what we're feeling right now. And then we're going to frame it. I'm choosing space to respond and not react. And finally, you're going to reconnect. After you pause, reach out to one person, even if it's just a text saying, thinking of you. This simple practice turns withdrawal into a tool for growth and a trap for loneliness. At least once or twice a week, when I get that kind of feeling like I'm trying to push people away, I will go into my messenger, and people who I might not have talked to for maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, I'll just reach out. Hey, how you doing? What's up, brother? How you feeling? Everything okay? Small little thing, but you know what? Makes a difference. And it just goes and puts you out there. It just connects with someone. It might not be physical, but it's a connection. And you don't ever know how important that message is to that person, because we never know what people are going through. You can be a hand up for that person. You can be a difference maker. You can be a gift giver. And it could be the same for you. You know, I have a group of 5 friends, and we have a chat, and we use that chat just to vent. You don't have to respond to it. It's just a way for us to kind of let it out. So it lets other people know what we're going through. It's a really great tool. I enjoy that chat more than a lot of things, because it's one ways I do have to share my voice. You know, there's a lot of time in my life where I haven't felt like I've been heard. I've been overtalked. I've been ridiculed and laughed and joked at, made to be belittled and embarrassed, bullied. I know you've been there. You've all been there. And having that person to be able to talk with really eases some of the hurt. Doesn't fix it, but it's a great tool to help. And utilizing this reflection exercise of pausing, naming it, framing it, and reconnecting will help you too. Because emotional withdrawal isn't weakness. It's a coping strategy. But it's one that can cost us connection if we let it run the show. So next time you feel like you're retreating, remember this. Vulnerability isn't about spilling everything. It's about staying present, taking a step back, breathing, and choosing your next move with intention. Folks, that's it for today. So if this episode resonated with you, please make sure to share it with someone who might need it. Like and subscribe to our podcast for more motivational content. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok for even more inspiration. I want to thank you so much for joining us for episode 124 of the Catalyst Motivation Podcast. We look forward to seeing you next time for episode 125. Go be great.